and if you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button to see more home, holiday, event, and DIY decor. Some of you guys have been requesting for me to recreate my DIY crystal chandelier that I have in my dressing room, and today I'm doing just that. Here we go. First thing I'm going to do is grab my 12-inch wreath frame, and I'm going to remove the first and last hoop. As you can see, these are held together by this wire. So I'm going to just grab my pliers and I'm going to pull them open, and I'm just going to take these two out. So here I have two tiers, and to make my third tier, I'm going to remove the first hoop from my 6-inch wreath frame. And I'm basically just going to do the same thing I did with my 12-inch. So here I have the 3 tiers I'm going to be working with. Now I'm going to use my transparent cord or my clear string to link them together. I'm going to start with my smaller hoop or my third tier. Make sure to keep your hot glue, scissors, and of course your string handy. The first thing I'm going to do is crisscross the string right here inside the hoop. And I'm going to do that by just, wrapping the string right here and making a knot. So just go around it a couple of times, or make a knot a couple of times. Make sure it's tight. And then add a little bit, well, let me cut this little piece. And then add a little bit of hot glue to keep it in place. And then just go around here a couple of times as well. Make sure that it's tight. Then make a knot. And you're gonna cut again. Add some glue. And then you're gonna do the same across. Now I'm going to go around the middle one time. So they can support each other. And then I'm going to go around it a couple of times, make it tight, and then make a knot. And if you're wondering, I guess I should have said this at the beginning, and if you're wondering why I'm making this crisscross in the middle, it is because I'm going to be hanging a crystal from the middle, so I need somewhere to hang it from. So it will be from here. And here I'm gonna add some glue so you can stay in place. And that's that. Now I'm going to piece these two together. my next step is to hang my second tier, and to do that I'm going to need a 6-inch distance between tier to tier, and to do that I'm going to make 4 10-inch strings. So these strings will be 10 inches long, okay? And I'm gonna make those 10 inches into 6. And how do I do that? I'm basically going to use 2 inches to tie around the same 4 points that I did previously with my first strings. So it's basically going to be an extension of this. So this is my 10-inch string, and I use 2 inches to tie it around. Here, cut, and then add glue. So what I have here is 8 inches, okay? So when I add my second tier and I tie it around, I'm going to use 2 inches of it, tie it around, cut, and then glue. So then in between, I will have 6 inches. So that's how you make 6 inches distance from tier to tier. Here's what we have so far, and right now is your chance to move around the strings to make sure that they're lining up with the one at the bottom before you add the glue to secure it. Now I'm going to do the same with the third and last tier. Alright guys, so here is the frame of the chandelier. I went ahead and added the links of the hanging basket to the chandelier because I needed to see how it will look all together. Now the next step is to glue the chain, the hanging chain here to the chandelier so it will move. So just get it as straight as possible. Just try to get it the same distance apart. And just add a little glue there. So when you start adding the crystals, it's not wobbling all over the place. Now I'm going to take it outside and give it a couple of coats of this metallic silver spray paint. Now I'm going to let it dry for about an hour to make sure that it's completely dry so I can add the crystals. Now I'm going to start adding crystals to my chandelier, and I'm going to start by adding crystals to my bottom tier. And the first thing I'm going to do is add a hanging crystal to the crisscross I made here at the very beginning. And I actually got this big crystal tier right here from a cupcake stand that I have downstairs, and I added it to my hanging crystals here. So I'm going to, this is a little bit too long, so I'll say, let's see, somewhere around there. And this is pretty easy. All you have to do is detach the links from each other and just, you know, place it wherever you want it. If you like, you can add a little bit of hot glue to the top of the link right here so it can stay in place. Adding glue to your hanging crystal is totally optional. I decided to add glue on this one because this one is always going to be right here in the middle, and it's going to help me keep everything centered or balanced a little bit. But it's totally optional. The chandelier in my dressing room does not have any glue at all. They're basically balancing each other. So if you do decide to add glue, I would suggest that you wait until all of your crystals are hanging and then you have placed them wherever you want them, and then you can add glue. This is going to be the lowest hanging crystal on your chandelier right here in the middle, and then everything else from there gets shorter. I'm going to start by adding crystals to the lower tier, and all you have to do is just, you know, measure to see how many hanging crystals you will want. So it's totally up to you, but for me, I want 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is as much as I would like, or as low as I would like. So I'm going to add that there. So just simply open it and just place it right there. So that's 6 hanging crystals right here. And this bottom tier has 4 sections. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm going to pull apart 3 for here, 3 for here, 3 for here, and 3 for here, for a total of 12 hanging crystals on my bottom tier. For my second tier, I chose to use 10 hanging crystals, but it's totally up to you how many crystals you want to see hanging here, and also how many crystals you want to use all around. For me, it's going to be 10 hanging crystals, and I'm going to use 3 in each section. Now that I arranged the crystals, I feel like I should add 1 more hanging crystal to each section. That looks much, much better. Perfect. Now for my top tier, I chose to use 14 hanging crystals because I think it goes well right there where it stops. And I'm going to be using 6 in each section just to be sure, because I kind of short-handed this one. So I'm going to use 6 on here so it can look fuller. And there it is, beautiful. And that's pretty much it, guys. Beautiful chandelier. I love it. I actually like it better than the one I have in my dressing room. The one in my dressing room is a little smaller, and I made this one a little bigger. So I love it. This project is easy, but at the same time, it's a little bit hard and a little bit, you know, time consuming. So that's pretty much what makes it a little hard, just getting all these links out, but it's totally worth it. Look how beautiful it is. And like I said earlier, you can choose to hot glue the links right here on top if you want to keep it in place, but they pretty much balance each other, and it's absolutely beautiful. And again, guys, you can put as many hanging crystals as you like. The length, totally up to you. You can totally personalize it. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.